Megan. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Connor, and we're here to tell you all about graduation.
So what is graduation and why do we do it here at Kenton? Graduation is a celebration of all our hard work since joining Kenton in Year 7.
Graduation is a step from Key Stage 3 to Key Stage 4. You must graduate before going to start your GCSEs in Year 9.
The reason we celebrate it is to acknowledge the work that the students have put in within Key Stage 3 and the efforts that they've put in to get to the point that they are currently in their educational career.
I think it also shows a clear division between Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4, and obviously Key Stage 4 is the start of BTECs and GCSEs. It's a whole new phase in their life at Kenton.
It's a process that says I've kind of come on a journey from Year 7 to Year 8 and I'm ready to begin my GCSEs.
All students in Year 8 must achieve a minimum of 1,080 points in order to graduate.
We must achieve these points in 4 key areas as part of our Kenton Challenge. They are
Commitment,
contributing, capable,
And last but not least, caring and cooperative.
I think because we're asking them to accumulate points from vastly different areas, it shows how competent our students are. Also, points can be accumulated from outside of school, and I think that's vastly important, that actually it's not just school-based, and we recognise that students have qualities that they possess outside of school.
Well, for my form class it would be things like acts of kindness and community service, because I try to encourage them to work together and to work as a team. With my Year 8 classes that I teach, it would be more academic things like good work, good homework, things like that, so it's different for the different pupils. The caring part of Kenton Sees is something that I try to encourage most as a form teacher.
The students need to show that they care, that they can take responsibility for their own actions, and that they're interested in their own development and in their own future and moving forwards. I think it's really important in terms of graduation that the students take responsibility and that they gain the points themselves, that it's not just about other people giving them points, it's about them going out there and looking for those points.
I think the other side of it as well, the complementary side, is for the students to realise that the skills that they develop inside and outside of school are transferable, so that a skill that you develop in geography or a skill that you develop on your local football team can be transferred to other subjects and other walks of life, and I think it makes it more realistic.
Some people achieve their points quicker than others, but we can all achieve them in different ways.
Having a good attitude and excellent attendance is a great way to achieve graduation points.
Other ways to get graduation points is to join sports clubs and take part in extracurricular activities.
A Pupils Passport is a booklet that is given to the students at the start of the year. Start of Year 7, I believe. They've got 2 years to finish it. It's a series of tasks that they have to complete. They have to get the teacher to sign off and to agree to it, that they've completed each task.
One session a week has been given up to form teachers supporting the students with the Pupils Passports. Obviously, a lot of the Pupils Passport work is done in lesson times.
A Pupils Passport is to do with not necessarily things directly related to academic work at school, but other qualities, so it might be things like helping other people. The children should use them all of the time, and there's different levels.
I tend to deal with a lot of the things during PSHE time. I make sure that the teachers are signing them off correctly. I make sure that the students are filling in the details correctly.
So they should be using them in every lesson and in form class, and they can use evidence from outside of school.
Pupils Passport's about it's about the personal thinking skills, it's about the learning skills, it's about the skills in the real world.
It makes them more a reflective learner. It's learning to learn, and it's all about having self-motivation as well to be able to finish it.
We receive lots of support from teachers and staff within the school.
The first person we go to for help is our form tutors.
And of course, Mrs. Stafford and Mr. Conley are always on hand to help.
I take my role as a form tutor very seriously. I see it as quite a very distinct and different role to that of a teacher. I think as a teacher you're trying to impart knowledge and develop skills in pupils. However, as a form teacher you're kind of like a second mum. You're there to listen to kind of personal problems, you're there to kind of guide them and give advice and just encourage them.
It's a lot of communication and reassurance really. Obviously you've got the PELS passport. I try to encourage them to help each other rather than depend on me. But it might be things like parking their scooter, looking for their missing sweatshirts. So it's a little bit like being a mum as well really. When people say to me, your form class is lovely, that's what makes us the proudest, because they represent me well.
For the first time in Kenton, Year 8 have had the choice to elect student leaders from each form.
2 people were chosen from each form after discussing what makes a good student leader.
As a student leader, you must demonstrate some excellent leadership qualities such as confidence, kindness and reliability.
The student leaders will play a vital role in helping the next Year 7s settle into the Kenton way of life.
One of the biggest bonuses that we've had this year are the Year 8 student leaders who've come in to form time and they've given up PHSE time to work with the students. We introduced the student leaders into Year 8 after the success of the student leaders in Year 10, and I think what we've realised over the course of the past 2 years is that we have students who are equally as supportive, who have equal skills to those in Year 10.
The student leaders so far have been fantastic. They are there to be role models throughout the school. So far, more than anything, is that they've came to me and they've actually given ideas that the form together have come up with. So it's a link between the form teacher and the form as a whole.
The role of the student leader is to help the Year 6s with the transition into Year 7 and to make sure that they're comfortable starting Kenton.
You have to be a good listener and you've got to have really good communication skills and be kind and caring and helpful.
You have to make sure that you're friendly and you have to make sure that you're very understanding because people will be quite scared.
I was flattered that I got chosen because it's quite a big responsibility being one, because you have to, obviously the younger Year 7s and stuff look up to you.
It's about showing that the young people can be role models for other young people as well as they come to school. They can show what they've already achieved within Kenton, and then when we have our new Year 6s that come in following the transition in September, they can see that there's role models there to show them the way forward. Education is very much about skills for life, and it's not just about what they do in school, it's not just about the academic side of what they do in school, it's about preparing them for the real world when they finally leave Kenton and go on to pastures new and exciting new things, and I think graduation is the first step in preparing them for that.
The children feel like they've become more senior in the school when they've reached that landmark.
I've seen them kind of grow up from little Year 7s on the first day with their jumpers that were too big for them and they looked all a little bit lost.
I think it's about taking responsibility, about being, again, rounded individuals who can show that they can do things for themselves.
It's not about knowledge, it's about who you are as a person. So it's about having the right attitude and the desire to learn.
It's a really big step for all of us and we should feel a real sense of achievement.
I'm happy that I'm graduating as it's something I've worked towards over the past couple of years.
I'll be really proud to finally graduate after achieving over 3,000 points.
Graduation is something that we should all be proud of and gives us a great platform for success in Year 9 and beyond.
I'll probably feel a little bit like I'm really, really proud because all of them have worked really hard and it is the culmination of 2 years' work.
I'll be very proud because they've developed into confident, just proud Kenton students.
I want to feel immensely proud of my form and all of Year 8. It's going to be a massive day and it shows that if you put in a lot of hard work, you get the praise and you get the rewards at the end of the day.
it does seem like 2 minutes ago, doesn't it, that they were all sat in the hall and we were giving them their new form teachers, and time does pass very quickly, but we've gotten to know the year groups so well, and to begin with it's a daunting task, but they've actually made it a really wonderful task.
It's a strange situation because it doesn't seem like 2 minutes since they were coming in at the start of year 7, and from my personal perspective I started the same day that the students started, so I've lived every minute of the time in Kenton with them.
And again, I think that the graduation is just going to be the crowning moment really, that they've done so well and we're very, very proud of them.
There's all sorts in there, there's all sorts of different characters in there, and to see them develop in the way that they have and become what they have is fills me with pride immensely.